again bothered her for her input, Anna retreated back into her own world. When visitors left for the day and evening light replaced noon's scientific glare, she escaped the hubbub. It soothed her to be where the people weren't. After working backcountry in Wilderness Park, Guadalupe Mountains in Texas, and Isle Royale in Lake Superior, Mesa Verde, with its 250,000+ visitors each year, all faced west or southwest, catching the heat of the winter sun, providing shade from the sunrise. The towns were built with fine craftsmanship, as straight as an orthodontist's slide rule, were shown off by hot pink lipstick drawn on slightly fuller than her natural lip line. Patsy smiled and waved distractedly toward the living room with its mess of clothes and magazines littering every flat surface. Nikki and Mindy are over at Frida's watching the VCR, she said, as if the temptation of video explained a hasty and untidy departure. She's got quite a movie collection and lets the girls watch almost any time. It helps. Anna nodded. Bucolic park living was fine for adults and children, but could weigh heavily on adolescents with a long summer on their hands. Well, sit down, sit. Patsy's living without you, hands. I'm not. And you think it's a suicide note? He's got a job with the contractor putting in the new pipeline. The water line. Swallowing the last of her wine, Anna leaned back and let the alcohol uncoil her mental spring. Jennifer wandered back to the TV with a fresh beer. Short was a round-faced woman with good hair, bad skin, and too much makeup. Fresh out of Tennessee State's one-semester course, she was the new law enforcement seasonal in her first national park job. Jennifer was a Memphis belle in what Anna had thought was a wide...
Slow down a little bit. This must be Toke, I guess.
Okay. Where should I get gas?
Cheapest place. $2.99. Might as well go here.
Currently, the Fairbanks area is about 120, 125. Light rain falling 56 degrees.
Is that how much the gas is there? $3.12? Just
Because you'll be able to find out, you know, where campgrounds are and where stuff is.
There you go, Molly. says they can be found congregating along rivers where the salmon are running. 3,500 bald eagles flock into the Alaska Chitkalk Bald Eagle Preserve near Haines.
Gosh, Huck.
Huh? Near Haines. We already passed Haines. We went Haines
Are
Junction.
these 2 snowy owls? Or is the sign frame missing?
Might be. One could be a female or younger. They have more brown. This guy looks pretty big now. His feathers look long. How do I look?
Goofy. Let's run over there real quick. Library.
Huh?
Library. Just pull up. There's handicapped over there. You want to go over that way?
This is
Over that way.
handicapped too?
I don't know. Just pull up. Oh, they wanted to expand.
They must be tearing it up. At the same
growled are characteristic. Dr. Pigeon, Anna dumped herself into the swivel chair. I'm too old for this, and Louis agreed. Damn old. Too damn old. If it wasn't politically incorrect, I'd get my eyes done. On an NPS salary, you could only afford to do one. Some psychiatrist you are. The initial insult of regaining consciousness was over. She enjoyed early shift. Since neither the cliff dwellings nor the museum opened for visitors until 9, the park was quiet. In the clear morning air, a comforting illusion of isolation crept over Anna. Law enforcement at Mesa Verde taxed her energies in a way the hard physical work of the backcountry never had. People's needs were immediate and complex, their wants changing with the hour. Anna suspected mankind descended not from the ape, but from the mosquito. In swarms that could bleed one dry. With morning's peace came the animals, those just coming on diurnal duty, those going off nocturnal shift, and the crepuscular crew with a split shift framing the day. 2 does and a fawn, she said. Stacy didn't respond. Anna was unaffected. She clicked on the radio for company. Where to this morning? He asked after a while. Wherever his preoccupation had taken him, he was back with her now. The light in his brown eyes lost its inward shadows. His were compelling eyes, as liquid as a doe's, and framed with long lashes that showed black against clear skin. He put Anna in mind of the young dandies from the turn of the century who purposely exposed themselves to tuberculosis to attain the pale, burning look lent by a fire within. "We're going out to Wetherill Mesa," she told him. "Patsy's ex-husband Tom's been hired on by the pipeline contractor. They'll be surveying line near Mile 2. We need to talk with him." "Have you been bothering Patsy again?" "More or less. Sending her candy and notes that sound threatening or suicidal, depending on how you look at it. This time, he sent her a bit of something that Patsy thinks was foreskin." "Holy moly," Stacy said. "And, God, I hate law enforcement." Stacy had chosen law enforcement, not as an avocation, but as a way in. With crime pouring out of the cities onto the nation's highways, more law enforcement than that. Maybe for the glamour don't, and a quarter of a century and 60 pounds ago. Stacy noticed the smile. "She did, you know. She's a good-looking woman," Anna agreed politely. "So, what did a pencil-neck geek have to do to get a fashion model heart?" Stacy laughed. "Are you kidding? In high school, Rose wouldn't give me the time of day. No, we met again about 3 years ago. I was out on the West Coast visiting old friends, and there she was. Love at first sight? Let's say interest at first sight. I was going through a divorce. Rose, there's none left." Stacy added simply. Then proposed. Past the Barview cafeteria, she turned left onto the Wetherill Mesa. Wetherill was just one of the 5 mesas spread out like the fingers of an open hand that made up the park.
A lot of ducks.
The road wound down the mesa's edge for 12 miles. Along the way, there were overlooks, most on the west side. The views changed with the hour of the day and with the weather. Sleeping Ute Mountain nearby kept watch over the town of Cortez in the valley. The solitary white mysticism of lone cones pierced the horizon to the northwest. The bear's ears peeked coyly from behind a distant mountain range had cut a swath through the brush with loppers and chainsaws. Suckers, severed just above ground level, stuck up sharp as punji sticks. Intent on where she put her feet, Anna nearly ran into a man working his way up the hill.
Wow.
"Whoa there, honey,"
Fraction of a
spoke with a
second.
slight lisp,
Sort of small.
as he put his arms around her, as if she were going to fall. "I do love hugging women packing heat." Anna extricated herself from his grasp. The man was Ted Greeley. He wasn't much taller than Anna, maybe 5'8". In his early 50s, he had startlingly blue eyes and snow-white hair that hugged his round head in tight curls. He'd kept himself in good shape. Anna couldn't help but notice the muscular arms when he grabbed her. Beginnings of a potbelly attested to the fact that physical fitness was an ongoing struggle. "Checking up on me, eh?" He reached down and pulled up a blade of grass to chew on. "Good morning, Ted," Stacy said. "Ted," Anna echoed the greeting. "We need to talk to Tom Silva. Is he working this stretch of line?" "Do you girl rangers really make a difference?" Really winked at Anna. "Construction business, all I ever see are men's ugly pushes. Say, how's that wife of yours, Stacy? Still eating your cooking?" Stacy just smiled.
89. these socks are really fit.
I don't know if you're gonna get a good picture, Tiff. They are still pretty far
I am
away.
looking. Shh.
You don't have to get mad at me.
Yeah, Trevor's ones, I think. You got the black bill. Now we'll see.
You don't have to snap at me like
I'm
that.
sorry.
It's just that I'm zooming in pretty far to get them even relatively close, and they're pixelated.
Fudgy.
If I was a real fudgy, you would get a espresso. We're not gonna do that. This is gag.
A cappuccino.
What's the difference?
Should we get gas when we hit the next little bean or whatever?
Oh, we got plenty. Thompson Pass is open.
A concert they gave in Swarthmore, Pennsylvania. They played the suite from Jean-Marie Leclerc's only opera, Scylla and Glaucus. And just to be clear here, Tempesta di Mare played music by the
Just make sure. Don't get anything.
I think.
Grab the wheel. Yeah, it's obscured by trees. That's North Swans, if you want to see them.
Last gas to Valdez.
It's only 50 some miles away, so
Sure, positive.
we're on a half tank. Yes.
No errors and subtraction. It's gonna be cold tonight.
No, it's not.
No?
It's cold up there, Tiff. We're going to be on the ocean.
Oh, we won't.
Well,
We're not gonna be on the ocean.
I guess it's going to be cold.